Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the TV6 Digital Desk live stream. My name is Molly Birch, and I'll be taking you through a recap of today's headlines. This stream runs every night starting at 8/7 Central Time from Sunday to Thursday. You can find us streaming on both Facebook and YouTube, whichever platform you'd prefer. Feel free to comment and ask any questions you have in the chat as you feel like it. I'll do my best to answer those questions as we go and after the stream as well. With all of that business out of the way, let's take a look at our first story for tonight. Just in today, the Michigan State Police is explaining the large police presence in Houghton County this afternoon. MSP Public Information Officer Lieutenant Mark Giannunzio told us in a statement that the incident was a mental health issue in Hurontown. A subject was taken into protective custody with no injuries for a mental health evaluation. Giannunzio says more information will be released tomorrow. And a Wisconsin farm demonstrated how you can grow microgreens at home in Negaunee this afternoon. The presentation was held at Marquette Seventh-day Adventist Church. Guests learn about vegetable microgreens like broccoli and speckled peas. A plant-based dinner was also served. They could also take home microgreen starter kits for $30. The New Leaf Farms owner says microgreens have good health benefits.
All kinds of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, sulforaphane, that's a big one that's in broccoli that helps fight cancer. And they are 4 to 40 times by weight the nutrition of the adult plants.
Castleberg also says growing them at home can be fun and educational. She encourages you to add microgreens to your diet. And developing now, the Gladstone Sail School is planning a much-needed improvement. The school wants to replace the decades-old building next to the baseball field at Van Cleve Park. TV6's Escanaba Bureau reporter Barbara Bellinger shows you why instructors say a new building is not just wanted, but needed.
On the shores of Little Bay de Noc, the Gladstone Sail School building, or the Pram Shack as locals call it, is not in good shape.
The Pram Shack is about 50 to 60 years old. As you can tell, it's pretty dilapidated.
Drebenstedt says the tiny shed also no longer fits the needs of the sail school.
As our program has grown, we've included more boats that are bigger and safer and more inclusive to people with disabilities, and we just can't fit those boats into this building.
That's why the sail school is raising money for a new building. Bill Showquest is coordinating a sail school fundraiser for the Gladstone Lions Club.
It's personal to me because I also taught sailing here, as did my wife and my 2 boys. So the building was in a little better shape at that time.
Showquist says money raised from the Lions Club's annual spring social will go to the sail school.
Our goal is to raise some money to help Troy and the Gladstone Rec Department fulfill their goal of building this new facility.
The social is on April 20th at 7 in the evening at the Terrace Bluff Country Club. Drebenstedt says donations will help build a bigger building.
4 years ago, we restarted the school with 8 kids, and this last summer we had 30 kids and 6 adults.
Drebenstedt says the goal is to raise $25,000. Barbara Bellinger, TV6 News, Gladstone.
Thank you, Barbara. As the weather turns warmer, a bike shop in Marquette County wants to give you a few tips to prepare for your bikes for spring and summer. Lakeshore Bike in Marquette says you should bring your bikes to a local shop for a tune-up. The shop says bike stores make sure things like your chain and shifting adjustments are made. The store's co-owner says there are a few things you can do at home if you can't get to a bike shop.
Make sure your tires are inflated, lubricate your chain, and make sure your bolts, wheels, and stuff like that are tight. So stuff like that is really super easy to do and only takes a few minutes. So just making sure everything's nice and tight and make sure your tires are inflated and you're good to go.
The bike shop employees say it's best to take your bikes in sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
That's all the stories we have for you tonight. Be sure to tune in right back here on Facebook at 8:45 tomorrow morning. TV6's Mandy Koskela and Michael Sobek will recap top stories from the morning on their show, Beyond Your Morning News. If you have a story idea you think we should report on, feel free to contact us at any time. These are a few easy ways to get a hold of both myself and others in the newsroom. And again, you can contact us at any time. We would love to hear from you and what's happening in your community. Thank you all again for joining me live at the TV6 Digital Desk. Have a great rest of your night.